Hello? Okay. So all this time we had no audio. Okay. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Otherwise I'll be talking to myself. Whoa. That's supposed to be on quiet. Thank you very much. Alright, so. Any news? Any news? Everything's good now? Now? Okay. Finally got audio. Can hear me now? Yes, baby! Never give up! חג שמח, שבועות שמח, אבא שלום, שבוע טוב, אוהב אותך המון. חג שמח, שבוע טוב לאמא ולאחים היפים שלי ולכל עם ישראל. It's a holiday in Israel. A holiday where Moses basically gave us the 10 commandments. So, pretty powerful day. And I'm happy we have sound. So now I can say hello to everyone. So, Shalom Ima, I said. Hello, April. Hello, Pala. Hello, Dovesano. And Stefanelli from New Zealand. And Chris. And Steph. And Stephanie. And who else is here? Roll King in the house. And Dana. And who else? Cool. Awesome. Soon we'll have more. Yeah, as I was saying before, I'm sorry, I didn't notice that the mic channel was off. But what I was saying is that lately the internet has been really, really shocking. So, Chag Sameach though. So I'm not that surprised, not just on computer, but also on mobile. But as always, we can only do our best, as we do right now. That's all we can do. And, hey, blessing, Brother Chris. Always good to sit here on Sunday evening with you all around the sacred digital fire with a nice warm cup of tea after this cold day. This day was freezing. I had to wake up at 7 in the morning for a soccer game, man. Ooh. It was a good soccer game. We won 7-1, which was a very good victory. But yeah, it was very, very cold day, so I hope you all stayed warm. Hello, Shalom, Michelle Maroki. And, here we are, every week we're kind of getting through the week, and it's like, wow, far out, how quickly the week goes from one Sunday to the other, and how much happens in between. And I don't know what about you, but I've spoke to a few people. Personally, for me, time is really liquid. It's lucid. It's just, you can't even grab it. It's just, on Thursday, I had to ask myself 3 times what day it was. It was that, and it's like, at midnight, I thought it was 10 p.m. Like a time travel, out of time and space. So hopefully things will get better with the live stream. And if it continues like that with the live stream, I might consider doing a pre-recorded show rather than dealing with all the buffering stuff, because it's really annoying for everyone, including myself. But let's get straight into it, people. This is the final week before eclipse season. So we are closing now the cycle of eclipses, which began in December 2020. Let's go there for a moment. Why not? Let's go to December 2020. Let's write it down here. Let's see. Okay. Here is December 2020, and we're gonna go to the new moon, which is here. What's going on? What's this sound? I don't want you to make sounds. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so December 2020. Here we are. Why it doesn't go there? Oh, it is there. Okay, good. Now, why is my software jammed? What's going on? Nothing is working properly. I don't know what to say. I can't even click anything. Very, very strange. Very strange. I can't touch anything on my... Let me see what I can do. And it's very interesting what's happening here. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go here. Something is weird. There will be a funny moment here because I have to close my software because my software is completely jammed. Mercury is in shadow, people. Alright? And I said the craziest Mercury retrograde is coming. I'm gonna have to close this. Yep. Thank you. And I'm gonna have to start it again. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Where are you? Mm-hmm. Yes, hello. God help us all. There is a moment of a hiccup here, as you can see. In the meantime, please feel free to let me know in the chat room if on your end, if on your end everything is working fine, because I would love to know to make sure that we are fine. I have some weird glitches happening here. I can't express to you how weird what's going on here is. But never give up. You know me. Never give up. Few more minutes. There we go. Thank you. Close this. Bring this here. Thank you. Live streams. That's what happens. That's what happened in live stream. Okay. One moment, please. One moment, please. One moment, please. Weird. Now, let's go here. And we change this to here. Oh, we change it. There we go. Thank you very much. Finally, it's back. Lots of logistics over here on my end. Now I need to make sure that you are seeing it properly. Okay, are you seeing it properly? I'm gonna minimize it a bit, just so you can see it properly. There we go. There we go. There we go. Getting there. Okay. Everyone's happy. Yay. Everyone's happy? Give me thumbs up in the chat room if you're happy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You know, in moments like this, when things get jammed, you have to get a bit silly and have a bit of fun and get a bit of humor with it. Otherwise, you can get cooked, which I'm trying to not to get. It's not that easy not to get cooked because I'm experiencing some odd things. I will get there. Never give up. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Very weird stuff. Are you with me in the chat room? Is anyone here with me? Are we still on? Okay. So, nuts. Okay. Let's do it like that. Much better. Okay. Thumbs up. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Dana is the only one who gave me thumbs up. Well appreciated, Dana. All right. So, a bit of delays, but here we are. Here we are starting. Okay. So, I wanted to take you, before all this thing happened, I wanted to take you, you know what, let's simply do it by months. Let's go 6 months back. 1, 2, 3. Why is it so jammed? My goodness. There we go. Finally, hallelujah. 16th of December. Now we're going to go a few days back. No, here we are. What I want to show you now is what is the astrology of the eclipse, which we are ending. Okay, so I've took you back to December of 2020 to bring you to the moment over here at your 6 o'clock. Oh, everything is weird. Sorry about that. It is what it is. So as you can see here, like the mouse is not aligned to where I am. The sun and the moon on 23 degrees and 8 minutes Sagittarius. That was the new moon solar eclipse, which has started the eclipse season that is ending next week on the full moon eclipse, okay? So what did we have here? We had the sun and the moon together with Mercury, like 3 degrees away, Mercury, close to the south node of the moon. We had them all in Sagittarius. So this was like, it kind of gave us the seed of a 6-month cycle, which would be around rethinking, reprocessing the old stories, the old beliefs, the old values. You know, Sagittarius is the old philosophy, the old teachings, the old knowing, what other people told us. It's how we gain knowledge and wisdom and being optimistic. And we thought that life would be like that, and we looked at life like that, and we wanted this to be like that. And this new moon solar eclipse says, oops, here comes some challenges for you, friction. The eclipse season is a catalyst of change. Okay, very glitchy video. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I don't know what to do. So at least you can hear me. I'm really sorry, it upsets me. But I just, literally, there's nothing I can do. My internet is showing me all good signs. No problem here. It's the servers. It's the internet itself. But if you can hear me, then basically on the chart, you've got like the sun and the moon on 23 degrees and 8 minutes of Sagittarius, Mercury on the 20th degree, at conjunct the south node of the moon on the 19th degree. Literally 9 minutes away, okay? So you can say that we have sun, moon, Mercury, south node conjunction on a new moon solar eclipse, which happened 6 months ago and initiated the 6-month cycle. The fact that we have the sun and the moon in Sagittarius highlighting the fact, and together with the south node, it's highlighting the past. And with Mercury there, it means that the work is to be done on a mental communication level. And to kind of give it in a nutshell, it's basically saying that we need to go on a journey of revisiting our old beliefs, our old value system, our old philosophy, how we kind of thought it will be and what we wanted to believe it will be. It kind of gave us an insight that for the next 6 months, we're going to go through a lot of questioning, redefining, communication, rethinking, mental processes around our past beliefs, philosophies, values, optimism. At that time, Saturn and Jupiter at your 6 o'clock, Jupiter was on the 28 degree 56 minutes, Saturn 29 degree 44 minutes. This is basically Jupiter closing on Saturn towards the conjunction on 0 degree, on the first degree of Aquarius. And so this means that it's at the end of Capricorn. We really need to finalize this old karma. It's highlighting and magnifying the old karma, old structure of our life, institutions, regulations, people with authority in our life, okay? And we can go into this chart for a long, long time because the sun and the moon in Sagittarius are also squaring Neptune, but they're also trining Venus in Aries. So Venus was in Aries, and she was like, the way I want my relationship to be, my desires, my wants, my needs, my values, my quality, my money, my real estate, my investment, my health, my sex life, my intimacy, my relationship, my feelings. So this gives us the indication, and sorry, that's Mars. Excuse me. Mars in Aries. I need to act for myself. I need to act for my destiny, my desires, my willpower, who I am, who I want to be in this world. Okay, that was trining the new moon solar eclipse back then, which means that it's supporting that Aries new finding of new self. Venus was in conjunction with Juno on the 28 degrees Virgo, purifying, detoxing the most sacred relationships. So this basically gave us the tone that the 6 months are going to be directly linked to our most sacred relationships, our marriages, That means also your sacred business relationships, the person who you're doing business with, your employees, your the text, whatever. Things that you're really connected to on a strong level in Virgo, purification, detoxification. Can we all vow that the last 6 months has been a kick in the butt and a punch in the face and a spit into the eye, so we can rub it and suddenly we can see a whole new thing that we didn't see before? Wake up from our old beliefs have been challenged enormously. Our philosophy, our values, our relationships, our money, our finances, our business, our health. It's all been challenged enormously over the last 6 months. Enormously. This is coming to an end in this week. It doesn't mean that things go, oh, hallelujah. No. It comes to an end, but then a new eclipse cycle is initiated. So the tone is now changing. That was chapter 1, and now we're going to chapter 2. And that is happening, here we are in the middle point between the new moon in Taurus, manifesting our dreams into our physical reality, going for the best quality, no second best, best quality. What do I really value? Which relationship do I really value? Which reality do I want to be in, to live in, to value? Where am I loved? Where am I not loved? The way I would love to be loved. How is my sex life? How is my health life? How is my money life? How is my business life? How is my crypto? How is my silver and gold? How is my stocks? How is my real estate? Taurus. What do I want to take with me into the future? And what do I need to leave behind, to end, to finish? Because we came to the new moon in Taurus from the intense full moon in Scorpio. And now we're going into the full moon in Sagittarius. So picture this. Sun, Moon, Mercury, South Node in Sagittarius. New moon solar eclipse. Okay? Venus, Juno, and Mars squaring it. Oh, and then let's not mention that we have, where's my mouse, for God's sake? There we go. Let's not mention we have Uranus, Black Moon, Lilith, rebel, out of the box, do something different. Move from the stagnation, move from the rot, get going, okay? And now I'm going to move you to now, back to now. What do we have right now? Right now, the moon is in Cancer, together with Mars. She just passed Mars. So moon 15 degrees Cancer, Mars 15 degrees Cancer. So have you been processing your own personal emotions, feelings around insecurities, emotional insecurities? Possibly today you might have kind of played with a bit of kind of maybe not the most uplifting emotions or feelings. I know I have those kind of like, just kind of like, the emotional body is just kind of like, what is going on? Why am I feeling this and not that? On your 3 o'clock, you got Mercury on the 17th degree of Gemini, the north node of the moon on the 10th degree Gemini, and Venus on the 8th degree Gemini. So we spoke about a lot over the last few weeks, the journey of Mercury, coming on top of the North Node in Gemini for the last time for the next 18 years. So the next time Mercury will meet North Node in Gemini will be in 2039, long time from now. So the realizations we're all making now and the decisions, and this will have an impact for 18 years forward with a touch base point of 9 years from now, because that will be the nodal axis opposite. So Mercury has kind of come from through Gemini, past the North Node, delivered the realization that he made in the journey he had in the Taurus party with all the Taurus alignments we had last month, okay? And now Mercury has passed the North Node and he's delivered the message and he's moving forward, but Venus is coming now into the North Node, okay? So Venus, the North Node is kind of our future destiny. It's where we're heading towards. And in Gemini, it means that we're all searching. We are searching for the realization. We are searching for the understanding. We are searching for that which will be for exciting, rejuvenating, can bring our youthfulness back and kind of stimulate our minds and our perception and the way we think and the way we analyze. We all want to kind of think in a new way, change our mind. It's time to change our minds, people. And even if you don't want to change your mind, the mind is changing. It's more like the more flexible and adaptable you are, the easier this transition is, even though it's not easy and it's not comfortable. But the more rigid and stubborn and stuck you are with the Taurus energy, the more you will experience mental overwhelm, anxiety, stress, confusion, loss, despair, all the negative party. I will just say hello to Rebecca and to Clara from Sweden. Hello, beautiful Clara. It's always good to have you with us. And okay, so that's the journey of the North Node in Gemini. And the North Node is on the 10th degree, 45 minutes, which means that he's on Aldebaran, which is Archangel Michael energy, directly this degree, all this week. And it also means that it's aligning with the Pleiades, which is the family of love and light. And they're in opposition to the 10th degree of the South Node in Sagittarius on your 9 o'clock, which is where Antares is, which is the red dwarf planet that is 400 times the size of our sun and representing Shambhala and the underworld, the dark. So this like Archangel Michael kind of holding the door for the dark not to enter, but the dark is coming really strong. It's really coming strong, and there's this battle between light and dark. This is happening all the last week. I believe that we all have seen some of what's going on around the world. Unfortunately, close to home over here in Israel, this is it. The gates of the darkness opening up. Everyone's, fire, rockets, bombing, war. This is what it's about. That's what it's about. It's kind of like, let's create darkness, let's create war, let's bomb, the dark. If you strip all the details away, and this week one of our brothers kind of held himself from expressing something in the chat room, and so well that he's done that. Because it's important not to believe our own opinions at the moment, because our opinions are under the influence of our past beliefs, values, philosophy, teachings that we have gained. South Node in Sagittarius. So when we look at the situation A, we come into looking at the situation from an historical perception, consciousness shaping, info, input. And so we are limited, even though we think we got it right or we know the right answer or the truth. Everyone think they know the truth right now, right? But the truth is cannot be found in one place. There is glimpses of truth everywhere, but you can't find their truth because it's just covered with the fog of Neptune. And so it's important not to go into debates. What's going on over here? Not to go into debates, arguments, disputes of opinions over any matter in general, because I have no idea what's going on over here. Because it's so annoying that the live stream is so bad. It's really, really annoying. It's very bad. Might be on purpose, you never know. So, where was I? Any discussion of such, any debate of such will not end good, because at the moment there's so much energy of division and separation, so many opinions on so many matters. It's like if you kind of strip all the details down. When I say strip the details, like it doesn't matter. Yes, it matters, but in order for you to get the big picture, you have to zoom out. So you say, Israel, Palestine, war, and you go like, yeah, are you pro-Palestine, are you pro-Israeli? What do you think? What do you believe? Because you saw the CNN story, but they saw the Zero Hedge story. And then different stories create different opinions because you get different sources of information. But you have no idea who wrote it, who is paying the person who wrote it, and what agenda that person represents to each side of the table. So read with discernment. If you do want to read the news and listen to the news, listen and read, but with discernment. Do not take do not take in the narrative that is being injected. Look at the information, look at the data, and North Node of the Moon in Mercury. Make up your own mind. Don't repeat the narrative that the reporter said on the TV or on the news, in the radio, on the newspaper, because that's how they do mind control. That's how they design the human consciousness, by just injecting narratives through the media, Neptune. And so you have to use a lot of discernment not to get caught for your own sake. Because if you will get caught in it, you're going to miss the point of it's time to allow ourselves to have an open mind. An open mind that is willing to explore new points of view, new ways of looking at it, new ways of thinking. And it's not necessarily says like, okay, you're pro this and now you're pro that. No, it's even bigger than that. It's kind of like, I can see how this situation triggers that narrative inside of me, and it makes me think in this way. And as I think in this way, it makes me feel in this way. And it's not necessarily comfortable for me, this feeling, Mars and Moon in Cancer. This thought process gives me a bit of emotional insecurity narrative. It doesn't make me feel great. And I need to change the thought, the narrative that I hold in my being, in my consciousness, in order for a different vibration to be facilitated inside of me so I can actually feel better. And I can look at it better. And so that's a bit of what's going there. Now, as Mercury passed the North Node, now Venus is chasing the North Node. Venus is coming there, and she's like, hey, future destiny. You remember what Mercury kind of just told you about it? Well, I'm Venus, I'm the goddess of love, of finance, of beauty, of sex, of health, of relationships, of investment. Hola, brother Hector. Hola, hermano. And I also am keen to learn. Venus in Gemini. Venus loves to learn. She wants to learn in Gemini. She wants to learn like, wait a second, so how do you as my partner think about that? How do you as my partner perceive this? What is your point of view on sexuality? I'm bringing that up on purpose. You know why? Once again, I don't know why in my computer chart it shows Black Moon Lilith where she is, but the real location of Black Moon Lilith is actually close to Venus. And the day it happens, there we go. Okay. We've got on Monday and Tuesday. First of all, let me move you. So you see this Venus and here. Now can you see it? Yeah. Venus and the North Node here on your 3 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to move a day now. Let's go to tomorrow. If the software will actually work with me. Thank you. Tomorrow, Monday, 6 p.m., Venus enters. Oh, why can't you see me? Venus enters the 10th degree together with the North Node. Now I'm going to take it a few hours forward. There we go. Tuesday at 6 a.m. Okay? If you want to be precise, let's go a few minutes back. There we go. Tuesday, the 18th of May, at 10 to 6 a.m., we're going to have Venus together with the North Node of the Moon in opposition to the South Node of the Moon. Okay? And this is Venus coming into the point of reflection in Gemini, thinking, talking, discussing, interested, curious, wants to inquire and to research and to ask the questions and really kind of think about it in a new way, changing her mind, She allows herself to change her mind, to ask questions, to talk about the things that we can't talk about usually. Why? Because on Tuesday, I'm going to do it here on my phone, because on my phone is the right time. Because on Tuesday, when it's going to happen, Black Moon Lilith is going to be on the 9th degree and 31 minutes. Okay? And so you can say that we've got Black Moon Lilith conjunction with Venus and the North Node. Now, Black Moon Lilith is the rebellious goddess. She's the goddess of discord. She's the one that says, what? You're not allowed to say anus? Oops, I just said anus. That's Lilith. What? You're not supposed to talk about sex? Well, guess what, baby? Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about... Black Moon Lilith. How do you like to have sex? At what time of the day do you like to have sex? Do you like to be on top? Do you like to be on the bottom? Sorry, Ariel and Neo, by the way. It's Black Moon Lilith. I'm just bringing you this energy of like potentially now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you might find yourself suddenly having a conversation about the taboo. How do we look at money? So, you're saying that if I open a bank account overseas, I can then have less taxes if I pay about that? Yeah, when you can do that in a legal way, in the right way, you can. There are all kind of ways. So, yeah. So, what's your fantasy? Or how do you think about transgenders? How do you think about gays and lesbians? Like, these kind of topics of like, let's talk about the taboo that we usually don't talk about. What's your point of view about the Jews? It's like, this is what it brings. Venus, Black Moon Lilith. The time that Black Moon Lilith will be exactly with Venus is... not exactly, actually. She's not coming exactly. The closest she gets is... let me tell you. The closest she gets is 1 degree away. And yeah, that's basically happening at the same time I'm showing you. So they're going to be like 1 degree away. You're going to have North Node of the Moon, Venus and Black Moon Lilith, Tuesday morning into Tuesday, from Monday, from tomorrow. And that's what I'm saying. Like all the subject of relationships, of money-making schemes, of investments, of sales, business deals, shopping online, how you do your commerce, how you do your business online. The taboo is like, how can I get more followers? So you're saying that if I'm going to pay $1,000, they could give me 10,000 followers? I had a 9-year-old friend of my son came here last week. And when he saw my lighthouse, the first thing he asked me is like, oh, are you a musician? He's like, yes. Are you famous? I was like, no. He goes, how many followers do you have? I was like, 720 on YouTube. Which platform do you have the most followers? So, no, how many do you have on Instagram? 2,500. Which one do you have the most? Facebook got around 5,000, but I don't really care about it. It's not what I'm doing it for. That's what I told him. But the amazing thing is that the mindset, the narrative of these days, that even kids, I will know how famous you are if you tell me how many followers you have online. Sad, but true. Very sad. So, let's talk about taboo. Let's talk about the fact that when you see those Instagram accounts and those Facebook accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers and millions, you need to understand that I get messages all the time from services that offers me to pay them in order to buy me followers. Okay? People are buying followers in order to be looked good on the online kind of blah, 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 blah. But it's kind of like, let's talk about, what kind of porn do you like to watch? It's like, taboo. Black Moon, Lilith, Venus, North Node. So, a bit about that, This might mean that some dirty, naughty things might come out, You might discover things about your partner that you never really knew about. Things might come out that you never really thought would come out. The media might create a massive propaganda because Jupiter on your 12 o'clock, entered Pisces. Jupiter is in Pisces, and look at us. Here we are in May, and in 5 months, Jupiter flew through Aquarius into Pisces. Unbelievable. Amazing. But in a couple of months from now, let me move 1 month forward, Jupiter will come to the 10th degree, to the 2nd degree, and he stops exactly around a month from now. He will stop on the 2nd degree and 11 minutes of Pisces on the 20th of June, so on the solstice. Exactly on the solstice. Wow, interesting indeed. Exactly on the solstice, and Mercury retrograde, and Mercury square Neptune. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my God, it's gonna get nuts. Yeah. In Mercury retrograde, Jupiter Chaka Yui retrograde 21st of June, and he will enter Aquarius again on the, let's see, write this down, this is good dates to know, on the 28th of July. Okay, so from the solstice on the 21st of June, Jupiter retrograde, station in retrograde. On the 28th of July, Jupiter enters Aquarius again. And then it goes retrograde all the way back. I'm going to move now a few months. Let's go month. So, sorry, I'm just going to write it down for myself. 21st of June, then 28th of July. And now we move in months. Jupiter is, where are you? You run. 22nd degree. Jupiter, no, that's it, it finished. So I'm going to move a few days forward. Oh, no. A few days backwards. So Jupiter is retrograding all the way to the 22nd degree. There we go. 22nd degree, 20th minute. 21st minute, 22nd, let's see. Oh, sorry. There we go. Station indirect on the 18th of October. Okay. So from the 21st of June until the 18th of October is retrograde. Okay. And then it will be in Aquarius again until, oops, too much. This is I'm giving you now the cycle of Jupiter retrograde, which is coming up until the 29th of December. So on the 29th of December, it will enter Pisces again. Okay? So now I'm taking you back. I'm taking you back to now. Jupiter entered Pisces. Sorry, on Friday. On Thursday. There we go. Where are you? Ran away? I've lost you. There you are. Okay. Jupiter. There we go. Friday, 8 a.m. Okay? Friday, the 14th of May. 14th of May, he entered Pisces. Okay? Friday, 18th of May, Jupiter, on last Friday, entered Pisces. He's going to be in Pisces until the 21st of June, which is around 5 weeks. Station retrograde. He's going to go back into Aquarius on the 28th of July. Station direct on the 18th of October, and enter Pisces again on the 29th of December. And in order to end this cycle, I'm going to go to December. Okay. And when the cycle will be fully sealed, will be when it will pass the 2nd degree. There we go. That will be on the 10th of January. The 10th of January 22 is when out of shadow. So, in other words, on the 21st of June, Jupiter is gonna be in retrograde, enters shadow. Okay. Oh no, if we're going by that, then we need to go back. Okay, now I'm showing you how you basically do the stars with shadows and everything. Okay, so now I need to go all the way back to when Jupiter was on the 22nd degree, which is coming now. Why is that important? Because the process, 27th of March, it was on the 22nd degree and 10 minutes. Okay? So whatever we've been through, Adelaide again, for freaking God. So many hiccups. How many challenges, you see? But nothing will break us. There we go. Is it still the same? Yeah. 27th of March, okay? Put this, now I'm gonna fix it up for you properly. From the 27th of March of this year, which is nearly 2 months, over the last 2 months, we've been processing Jupiter in the final 7 degrees of Aquarius. All the doors are open. All possibilities of the future are open. The blessing can come from anywhere you choose, but you know, just, it's the future. New people you meet, you know, new people will open new doors into a new future, and everything is possible. Any connection is possible. Aquarius, quirky, radical, eccentric, out of the box, different, unique, revolutionary, you know, high-tech innovation, change. So if I take it to crypto, for example, back then in March, any crypto is going to do well over the next few months. Any coin you will choose will do well, will give you profits over the next few months. Buy a bit of this, Litecoin and Digibyte and this, and people buy all kind of stuff. I don't want to even say those names. People bought some shitcoins I never heard about. They come and like, what do you think about this? Like, what is that? How did you get to that? Like, what made you buy that? 3.5 years in crypto. I never heard about it. I never even wanted to look at it. Like, why did you buy that and not Bitcoin? But hey, all the doors are open. Everything is possible. So any coin you will buy, you will make profits. Amazing, right? From March. Now, that comes into it's stationing on the 21st of June, which means we have 5 weeks from now. So from March until June, reaping the fruits, reaping the fruits, reaping the fruits. The dreams come true, because now Jupiter is in Pisces. The dreams. Magic, miracles, oh my God, I'm making money, I'm in profits, oh wow, I'm finally, I'm wow. But if you don't know how to get out of the room you entered into before the room goes dark, you get stuck in a dark room. You know, unfortunately last week a beautiful sister came to meditation, a sister that is with us in the group for a long time, heard me talking for a long time, and did a mistake that I never wanted her to do. She went and bought crypto through an app called Look, which I never heard about it before. I don't even know how to spell it. Is it L-O-L-O-K or L-U-K-E? I have no idea. Bottom line, she bought around $3,000 worth of crypto in March. Suddenly, oops, someone hacked into Look, and they gone bust. Now, she said that the CEO is a decent guy, he's going through proper liquidation, and he's going to do his best to reward all the people who had funds to receive their funds back. But this is what I warned you about. This is what happens. Because even though the people behind these exchanges and websites, even though they have a good intention, they're good people, there's gangster minds, there's criminal minds that will go for them because they have less security or less safety. And all they need is to hack and to steal the funds, and then the whole thing goes bust. That's one of the main dangers. And so that's why I always recommended Caleb & Brown, because it's a brokerage. It doesn't have a user interface. All exchanges, you have a login. In Caleb & Brown, you don't have login. You have a broker. If you want to initiate any action, you have to talk to your broker, which means that the whole infrastructure of having a user interface, risk of scamming and hacking and stealing, is kind of really bypassed. That's why it's the safest, and I always said it. You know, and I recently explained to people, you know, through Healing Delight, if you use our affiliate link for Caleb & Brown, which is the only global brokerage for cryptocurrency worldwide, and it's here in Melbourne. Beside the fact they're awesome people, if you are using our link, you get a discounted fee trade of 3.5 fee. And then everyone goes like, kind of like, dollar smart, penny stupid. They go for, but this exchange take only this fee. It's like, yes, but you need to understand, if you really want to be, smart and analyze Mercury, north node of the moon in Gemini, really get your head around it, there's three parameters you need to consider. One, there is a coin spillage. Between each exchange, you could get the same coin for different prices. A few more cents up there, a few less cents down there. This is how they get attraction. On top of that, after you bought it, each exchange has its own buying fee and withdraw fee. And when you take this XYZ, you might find that on this exchange, X is cheap, but Y is expensive and Z is okay. On the other one, Z is expensive, Y is cheap, and X is expensive. So they play with it in different ways. And I challenge you all to go and do a trade, the trade that you need. And when you do the trade, do the real calculation of the sum total of how much you bought it for in that time, and the buy fee that you paid, and the withdraw fee, because usually they screw you up in withdrawals, and the withdraw fee, take that into consideration, and then compare that with the 3.5% you would have paid for that through Caleb. And then you'll see that it's not that big of a difference, and you get better service. But again, you need to make up your own mind. I can only tell you what I know. I can only kind of share what I do. My main use is Caleb and Brown, and because I just believe in them and I love their service. But yeah, that's about crypto. But I got here by telling you about Jupiter in Aquarius, the final degrees from March until now. Every coin goes well, profits everywhere, connecting with different projects, live chats, connecting with Telegram chat rooms of different coins, and Reddit and all the social platform, North Node of the Moon, Mercury, Gemini, connecting, talking, debating. What do you think about this project and that project? Where is that going to go? Trading, analysis, planning. You should plan. Okay? And this continues until the 21st of June. So I've got like 5 weeks, okay, until Jupiter retrograde. But in these 5 weeks, Saturn is going to go retrograde in 10 days. Mercury is going to go retrograde in 2 weeks from now. And after that, we're going to have Mercury retrograde square Neptune. We're going to have Uranus square Saturn. So June is promising to be, God help us all, ride, basically, of like, oh my goodness gracious. For me personally, this week alone was quite challenging with all the news, coming from back home. It really challenged me because, I myself practice what I teach. I try to stay away from my own narrative, from my own way of thinking about it, from my own old belief and what I know. And I know a lot about that place because I've been there. I've been in that place. And it's a freaking dark place. It's a very dark place. And I can tell you one thing about it. One thing I can tell you is that the locals over there, they themselves are subjected to the militants that are shooting the rockets. So those who shoot the rockets don't represent the citizens necessarily. They are simply a regime, a dictatorship kind of regime, a terrorized regime. So you need to know that about that area. The other thing to know about it is that none of our neighbors actually like them. No one wants them. Israel is the only one that kind of holds space for them in a way. We provide them electricity and water, even though they send all these things upon us. So there's a lot of things to know about this. It's like, even though we look like very bad, but we're actually very good. We are very good. We're very humanitarian, more than people realize in that relationship. But yeah, I don't want to go into that too much. But what I'm saying is it makes sense that it happened, This is now, if you take the situation in the Middle East, it's exactly what I said to you last year. That 2020 will be the cause, 2021 will be the effect. Something is playing here, the USBs. Yeah, thank you. Now we are seeing the effect. The effect of what? Man, you lock down people in full lockdown for months upon months. You take away their ability to be free, to walk, to make money, to live their life the way they want. Okay, cool. At first, everyone's in trauma, in shock. Everyone's obeying the big brother. Okay, cool. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But now that suddenly, how did this happen? The threat of the coup became minimal in Israel. So things got to be normal again, kind of a thing. And hey, if things are normal and we're finally free out of lockdown, then I have all this energy to express of frustration, of upset, of rah, rah, rah. So boom, the extremists are coming out and create extreme situations. Uranus in Taurus. Extreme shocking sudden changes or that affect security, stability, safety. So when I say strip it back, zoom out, let's come to the astrology and realize that all these little dramas that are happening around the world are in perfect alignment with the stars, and even though they're uncomfortable, they are still in divine order. Kind of a thing. So yeah, whatever we've been going through from March, we will be processing until January 22. That's the bottom line. From March, we've been going through some process. In June, we go retrograde. In October, we go direct. And only on the 10th of January 22, Jupiter is going to pass, or is going to stop and retrograde in Pisces, the second degree. Interesting enough, that is around the time where we potentially see the end of the bull market. Where dreams may be, it's around that time. Very interesting. So this is the Jupiter retrograde cycle which counts. And I don't know even why I went there. I went there because I was focusing on Jupiter moved into Pisces. So Jupiter moved into Pisces, we said on Friday. So I'm going to take you there. Here is Friday. Jupiter on your 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, 0 degrees of Pisces. Jupiter magnifies, expands, gives the rewards, the benefits, the good fortune. He's in Pisces now. And now Pisces is original home of Jupiter. Okay? First of all, okay, let's see if I can take this lower. No? Jupiter originally was the ruler of Pisces until Neptune was discovered. And when Neptune was discovered, Neptune became the ruler of Pisces and Jupiter became the ruler of Sagittarius. So both Jupiter and Neptune are rulers of Pisces, and they both in Pisces, which makes Pisces energy extraordinary, powerful, loud, magnified. So all the Pisceans out there, you will be feeling a lot. And everyone out there, we are all going to feel a lot. Because Jupiter magnifies and extends everything it touches. So if you feel sad, sad. If you feel happy, happy. If you feel in love, in love. If you're out of love, out of love. If you've been healed, oh my God, I'm finally healed. If you've been wounded, oh my God, I'm so wounded. To here and to there. Neptune, Pisces rules media. Jupiter, big media. Pisces, Neptune, Jupiter. Illusions, delusions, deceptions. We can expect some huge propagandas from now until the 21st of June. Then we'll go retrograde and we'll talk about that later. But this Jupiter into Pisces, huge secrets, big secrets, big deceptions, huge deceptions, illusions, lies, betrayals, the cheats, big. Suddenly the magnifying lens goes like, oh my God, I can see it. For good and for bad. Okay? Oh my God, crypto, the altcoins, woohoo, Litecoin, Ethereum, Digibyte, Theta soon is gonna blast. Theta is gonna blast soon. Not a financial advice, but if Theta drops below $9, it's like, wow. If you can get Theta, there is a potential, I'm seeing a slight potential that Theta might do even like a scary sharp needle to the 7,650. And if it does that, yeah, grab it. Not a financial advice, just a loving awareness. But Theta under $9 is a good price, under $8 is a bargain, under $7 is absolutely amazing price. Because we have 5 weeks. We have exactly 4 weeks until the mainnet launch. It's a ticking bomb. Because usually before the mainnet launch, you've got a blast up of a price movement in the coin. And then there is a sell-off, or just before the mainnet, or on the mainnet launch, or just a bit after. So from now into the area of the 10th of May, 10th of June, 8th of June, middle of Mercury retrograde, somewhere there, between the 10th of June and the 20th of June, Theta is going to have a nice peak, put it like that. And then, by then, I also expect that Bitcoin is going to do a nice dip, okay? So I have a feeling that it will happen simultaneously, that Theta will just blast through in Bitcoin value as Bitcoin is doing a kind of a crash down in its price, and then you capitalize it by selling your Theta for Bitcoin if that's what you wish. Or, you can sell some, because from the top, we usually have 60 to 90% correction. Usually around 50-60% with Theta, but could even go 90. So if we're gonna top, let's say $25, 90% is $250. 60% is $10. So if, let's say, if $9 is the 40%, if $9 is the 30%, if we top it around $35, which I believe we can, $35, then 40% of that will be around $14, $15, which is, yeah, you get my drift. I'm taking you into my own mind. So let's go back into now and talk about this week, because there's a lot going on. Jupiter entered Pisces. I'm starting to talk about it already. Our illusions, our deceptions, our dreams are all going to be magnified and expanded. Our profits, our gains, our vision and our dream of abundance, of good health, and of healing. Neptune is healing, miracles with spirit. It means that right now Gandalf is in magic land, people. Remember the story with Gandalf back then, when Gandalf was in Capricorn and he was on this kind of cliff stuck in the dark Shambhala land, and he couldn't even perform his magic because he didn't have his staff until he was rescued from there. So they came the Phoenix and grabbed Gandalf from the underworld and took him away, and that was the journey through Aquarius, that the Phoenix was taking Gandalf through Aquarius, and he was looking at all the land from above, seeing what's going on, what's happening, planning the future, how he's going to come back and help the light forces overcome the darkness. And now the Phoenix is dropping Gandalf into the healing island, magic land, where all the fairies and all the magicians and all the healers are coming to heal Gandalf's wound and to do the magic work on him so he can get his power back and he can perform the magic. That's Pisces. So our magic powers are intensified. Our psychic powers, our intuition, our inner guidance, our inner knowing, our psychic activity, our psychic gifts, our telepathy, third eye, crown chakra, seeing spirit, talking to spirit, communicating with spirit, meditating with spirit, healing with spirit, music, sound healing. Wow, amazing, perfect. This highlights the potential of healing with sound and music. Neptune, Pisces, Jupiter. Okay, so this is the goodies. There's a lot of goodies in here. Good fortune, good abundance, your dreams coming true, love, 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 love. Pisces is unconditional love, divine love. So the divine love is magnified, the compassion is magnified, the understanding is magnified, but it comes with a shadow. The propaganda is magnified. The media is magnified. The illusions are magnified. The deceptions are magnified. The lies, the deceits, the betrayals, the cheats, it's all magnified. Escapism is magnified. Many people are going to choose to escape big time. More alcohol, more drugs, more recreational practices, more, it's like you go to ayahuasca ceremony and you sit and you have one cup and you go through a full-on journey, and you go for the second cup and you go through a full-on journey, and then even though you had 2 full journeys, you're still going for the third cup. And then the third cup smashes you to pieces because you were greedy. So Jupiter enter Pisces, you could become greedy with your own delusions, right? So you can say, I'm not selling my XRP until it is in $100 in your dreams, baby. Okay? Don't be delusional. If you could sell your XRP in $3, $4, $5, whatever it will top, like, good on you. You made 5 times, 10 times your money. Be happy, go home. Don't delusion yourself. Take the gifts from spirit. Jupiter and Neptune are going to give you gifts. They're going to give you the rewards. Your crypto is going to do well. But if you're going to delusion yourself with some kind of a narrative, fantasy that you've created to yourself, that you need to be loyal to this project because it gave you a lot of gains and enjoy it. It's another path to walk. And I can't tell you not to do that. But I can tell you that I've done that in the bear market of 2018. And I can tell you that I'm not doing it again. No attachment whatsoever. None. Okay? The only thing that I'll be attached to is Bitcoin. So, for me personally, over the next few weeks, I'm going to sell most of my altcoins for Bitcoin. Most. Okay? Take profits, people. Take profits. If the universe comes and gives you a blessing and gives you profits, and you're not going to use it because you're delusional and it's going to go up forever, you're going to cope the wound. You're going to feel the pain. You're going to feel how stupid I am. I delusioned myself. I've deceived myself. Why didn't I do what Ami told me to do, to take some profits along the way? I was so greedy. Now I'm hurting. Now I'm upset. I'm still stupid. I need healing. Don't. Be smart. Take profits. Don't be ashamed and don't be afraid to take profits. You want to make sure that you can still gain future profits? Enough with this USB thing. What's going on? You want to make sure you could still secure profits? So don't sell at all. Keep 10%, 30%, 50% max of the bag you really like. But sell 30%, 50%, if not 70%. Trust me, it's going to make you feel good. Even if it will go higher than after you sold, you still haven't lost because you still took profits. But if you're not selling, holding on, then you lose because it crashes very fast. When we get to the top, it will be very fast way downwards. You don't want to be there. So that's about that, okay? Magic walk is increasing. Healing walk increasing. Any healing will be done in this time of Jupiter in Pisces could be highly beneficial, super powerful, super healing. Spirit is very in touch now. Psychic readings, past life, opening card oracle, angel cards, and doing your astrology charts. Anything that got to do with spirit is highlighted and magnified. Use it as your medicine, but don't use it as your escapism. Okay? If you do yoga every day and you meditate every day, it's very good. But if you don't have some pantry shelf food, long shelf food on your shelves in your pantry, then you are delusional a bit. If you don't have some cash in your possession at your home, you're a bit kind of delusional. If you don't have some silver or some Bitcoin, you may be a bit in fantasy land and you're not really realizing what's about to happen on planet Earth. So do your yoga, do your meditation, do your healing, but also take care of your earthly physical life. Mercury, Venus, North Node of the Moon. What do you do with your money? Don't just kind of like, yeah, it's all right, it's going to be all right, No, it's not going to be all right. Wake up. It's only going to be all right if you're going to wake up and take action and make the right research and ask the questions and initiate the changes in your life for your future. If you're not going to do that, it's not going to be all right. Don't live in that, no, I'm just going to follow the divine and the divine's going to take care of all my needs. No. The divine will provide us with all our needs, but we have to reach our hand. Then the divine will feed us. If you don't reach your hand and you stay in namaste posture all day long, nothing can come your way. So you do your namaste, you do your meditation, you do your yoga, but then you go out there and you walk and you create and you do and you change and you move and you alter and you rethink and you process and you redefine and you question and you talk to this guy, to that guy, to this girl, to that girl. What do you think about that? Oh, tell me, what is your point of view on people that choose to bring kids without even having a partner? Let's talk about taboo like that, yeah? And by talking to people that are different than you, Black Moon Lilith there with Venus, talk to someone who's different than you, you know? Maybe you never kind of allowed yourself to talk to someone that has full body tattoos. You know, you always thought like, oh, full body tattoos, he must be a criminal or some really rough, dodgy guy. Little do you know that he's soft as butter. So you go like, hey, would you mind if I ask you a question? Okay, why did you do tattoos all over your body? I was like, I'm not judging, I just want to understand like why people like you will do that. Oh, example, yeah? Let's move on. The days that Israel went into blasting fire with Palestine was the days that Mars was squaring Chiron, okay? Mars in Cancer, squaring Chiron in Aries. Everyone feeling wounded and everyone taking fiery war action because they feel insecure, okay? So the lockdown is lifted and everyone's feeling insecure, so let's just go to war and fight about it to feel better, but it makes us feel even more scared because they are bombing us and we are bombing them and everyone suffer, okay? The other thing that happened on this time of Mars square Chiron was also the failure of the Chinese missile to the space, which could also be like maybe a space technology action that wounded China, or just a failure that wounded China anyway, right? That's another aspect. Right now, the Sun is on 25 degrees Taurus, as Venus is approaching the North Node. On the 26 degree Taurus and 43 minutes, exactly a degree from now, there is the star Algol. And Algol is the star that is ruling basically alcohol, demons, lower entities, negative, black magic stuff, crap like that. Which means that that's going to be highlighted. Okay? So I'm gonna go into tomorrow, because tomorrow is balsamic. Here is, this is tomorrow, Monday. Venus on the north node of the moon. The Sun is on Algol, okay? And Venus with the North Node is on Aldebaran, which is Archangel Michael. So this is a discussion with the light. This is kind of like, what is the light guiding me to do? What is the divine love guiding me to do? Where is my divine truth? Because as Jupiter enters, I wrote something about it. So yeah, it's like with the South Node, okay, the South Node of the Moon in Sagittarius in opposition to Venus and North Node of the Moon in Gemini, the South Node is kind of like us getting stuck in old stories. Like the old stories are kind of repeating themselves and we get stuck there. Instead of looking at the North Node of Gemini at facts. What is the highest truth? What is my divine truth? I can see that A, B, C, but my intuition tells me that A is Z, B is N, and C is Q. Now, he tells me that it's A, B, C, but I can see how it's Z and Q. I'm trying to tell them, it's like, hey, but do you know that what you just told me is Z and Q? It's like, no, it's A, B, C. And you go like, far out. I can't get the truth from there, but inside of me I know Z and Q. So it's kind of like, okay, so what am I doing with it? Am I going to get stuck in the stories, in the old stories that I've been told? Or am I going to listen to my intuition, my divine knowing, my divine highest truth? It's through new ways of thinking. Because the old way of thinking is fogging my ability to perceive the realization which Spirit is really trying to deliver right now in a very strong magnitude with Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. But it's confusing. So it's not easy mentally. And to top it up, next week Mercury goes retrograde. Not next week, in 2 weeks Mercury goes retrograde. So Mercury is now in shadow, okay? Let's talk about Mercury. Mercury right now, oh yeah, but I wanted to say that this Monday into Tuesday, Black Moon Lilith, Venus with the North Node. Let's talk about the taboo, let's talk about the forbidden, let's talk about things we usually don't talk about. At the same time, the Sun is with Algol, lower entities, lower demons, escapism, alcohol, drugs, suddenly negativity sneaking in and starting to bluff things around, malicious kind of and it's kind of like, wait a second, I'm not going to be fooled by this black magic. It's black magic. Lies, deceits, propaganda, black magic. Don't go near it. Stay away from it, especially from the media. Okay? If you really want to keep your sanity in these days, stay away from the media. I honestly do my best not to look at it at all for the last few months, at least 6 months almost. I used to look, some headlines, some stuff, not too much into details, but just to scan. I stopped even scanning because I realized that that's the nodes are guiding me to do. I don't need to worry about what everyone's saying around the world. I need to understand what's happening inside of me. North Node of the Moon in Gemini, your local environment, your life, your neighborhood, your car, your job, your relationship, your communication. Forget about the world, it's too much for you. If you go there, you get so confused, you get so lost because it triggers your trauma in different ways. The news trigger, trauma triggers. And so you're constantly in kind of like fight or flight, checking in, checking out, checking in, checking out, triggered by this, triggered by that. Suddenly you have an opinion. You think that you know, but what you're actually saying is what you heard in the news, and suddenly you are saying it as if it's your thought. And then it's like, wait a second, I'm being polluted. I'm being convinced, I'm being influenced, I'm being deceived. What do I know? Well, I know we are shifting the age of Aquarius. I know that we are actually in an awakening towards enlightenment. I know that the light will prevail and overcome the darkness. I know that love will overcome the fear and will fear. I know that we're all underneath massive illusions right now. I know that we are being played on by forces that are controlling us. And I'm just saying the astrology. I'm not saying any personal belief system here. I'm saying the astrology, okay? There's some big global organization, corporates, Saturn in Aquarius, controlling and ruling us. Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. Through the media, they're just brainwashing us and propaganda and lies and deceits that I don't know what to believe in anymore. And the only thing I can believe is using my discernment to tap into my spiritual true knowing. Everything that is in 3D reality is a part of the matrix. When you get lost in the details of the drama, you get lost in the matrix. You are no longer Neo. I am Neo. I aim to be Neo. In every moment. Sometimes I fail, but I aim to come back to Neo. And so the Neo in the matrix represent the consciousness that has woken up from the slumber. It has woken up from the illusion of the virtual reality simulation of this world. And it starts to see life in a 5D concept of beyond time and space. It learns with the time how to stop bullets, how to fight beyond the speed of time and space because he just bypassed that in his consciousness. He learns with the time how to make a spoon curve by flexing his mind. Oh, this is a good one for this time because a lot of this energy, just a second, I need some tea. A lot of this energy is about how flexible we can be with our mind. There we go. Let me see. Let me bring it here. I'll show you this part. This is what I'm talking about, okay? So Neo enters the oracle, and suddenly you see this boy. This boy playing with a spoon, okay?
do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
What truth?
There is no spoon.
Okay, I don't want to play more because they might block me. The Neo comes in and he walks in and he goes like, how do you do this, little boy? How do you curve this spoon? And the boy goes like a true wise Buddhist monk. He goes like, it's actually quite easy. You don't try to bend the spoon. That's hard because you're trying to bend something that is solid. Instead, develop a new way of perception, a new way of looking at this spoon by realizing that there is no spoon. It's just atoms vibrating together that are simulated to look and feel like a spoon in a 3D, but there is no spoon. It's energy vibrating. And the message to Neo was that once you're able to flex your mind in the perception that there is no spoon, then the spoon becomes subjected to your flexible mind and you can bend it because it's not really real. Okay? So this is kind of part of this time of like, you always thought that the relationship, reminding you we are closing, how I started this live stream, we are closing the eclipse season cycle, which began in December 2020, which was all around the tone of relationships, looking deep within and discovering how the old stories and old beliefs and old philosophies are no longer working. Now, we're going to go into the full moon in Sagittarius, but this time Mercury is in the North Node side in Gemini, in the opposition. So here comes the realizations of the quest of 6 months. 6 months of a quest that has started on the new moon solar eclipse is now coming into an end as Mercury came to the North Node, delivered his finding realizations. Now comes Venus into the North Node, on Archangel Michael, on the Pleiades, direct from the light, waking up, realizing that what you used to believe and think about this relationship or this business or this sex or this health or this money or this investment is no longer valid, and I need to develop a new way of doing this relationship. I need to develop a new way of perceiving, deceiving, discussing, communicating sex, money, love, health, values, valuables, assets, life, physical life. How can I change my mind and flex my mind so I'm no longer in the turmoils of the illusion and the deceptions of powers beyond my control from the past, that Mars just passed through Chiron and says take action for healing on the new moon in Taurus. Dreams coming true into reality. I take an action for healing. Remember, we come from last week. So now comes Venus to deliver. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss this. Let's talk about the taboo. Let's talk about the things we don't talk about anymore so we can get to understand how you think, how I think, how you feel, how I feel. How do we think? How do we feel? Where do we go from here? Ideas. New. Okay? The things that are coming up this week are mainly we have the Sun with Neptune. Neptune 26, so we've passed it already. Oh, let's go to now. The Sun 25, we've passed the Sun Neptune. I've put the notes here for me. Then we have Mercury Neptune. We had Mercury Neptune as well. Mercury Neptune is coming up now. So let's go days. Mercury into the 22nd degree. As Venus is passing. This is Wednesday. And here is this happens on 53, a few hours back. Here we go. 53. Sunday, next Sunday, the 23rd of May at 12:20, Mercury will basically, where was that? Mercury will square Neptune. That's going to be confusion galore. Confusion. And this happens basically 2 days, 3 days before Saturn. This is happening as Saturn stationing. Okay? So this is a lot coming up. I don't want to go that far. I'll go back to now. Let's scan this week as we need to start ending this session. It's 7:30 already. So now I said what's going on right now. As we're going to go through this week, Moon is going to enter Leo. And as she's going to enter Leo, she's going to square the Aquarius, Saturn. And let's go. So, and Mars is moving through Cancer. Mercury is moving through Gemini. Venus coming, as we said, long time. And now we spoke about a lot. The Sun comes into the final degrees of Taurus. Ending the journey in Taurus. So over the next week, this week, Taurus energy is really the highlight from the point of view of the soul, the Sun. The soul really wants to finalize what is truly valuable and what is not, what is good quality and what is not, what is profitable, what is not, which coin you bought that you still want to hold on to, which coin you bought that you better get rid of very soon. That's kind of final degrees of Taurus. Preparation before Mercury retrograde. Okay? But Mercury is already in shadow. The other things that are happening, Jupiter is going to travel through here. And then what we're looking for now is Sun Pluto. Pluto 26. And tomorrow, that's an important fact actually. As the Sun is going to come to the 26th degree where the star Algol is, which is the alcohol, the entities, the demons, negative forces. At the same time, Black Moon Lilith is with Venus and the North Node. Tomorrow is massive. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, mainly Monday, Tuesday. Be careful. Choose the right words. Think before you speak. Choose the right words. Do not facilitate any language, communication, debate, conversation that has any form of vibration of darkness. It will become a disaster. It will be a party of darkness. From a small argument, it can become the fight like you never thought before. That will change the way you perceive that person. And also it might make you behave not in an appropriate way. So don't behave based on past patterns. And don't speak from a dark place of fear, vibration of fear. Insecurity, Mars in Cancer, Moon in Cancer. When this happens, the Moon is at the final degrees of Cancer. Oh my God, you might feel like fully crap. You might feel so insecure, so emotionally not right. With Mars in Cancer too, you don't know how to break free from how to get it going, but you have to take some action. Black Moon, Lilith, Venus, North Node of the Moon, bringing up to discussion things that we need to talk about in order to understand the future we want to go to. The Sun is on Algol, the star of the alcohol and the demons and the entities, squaring Pluto, the lord of the underworld, in retrograde. Fantastic. Let's talk about the taboo. Black Moon Lilith there with Venus and Sun square Pluto. Sun trine Pluto. So it's harmonizing. The fact that Venus is talking about the things in Gemini, if you do it, facilitate it properly in a nice discussion, stimulating discussion, talk to different people, talk in a different way, watch your words, use the right words. The Sun with trine in Pluto, this will harmonize and help you see through old fears, traumas, abuse of power, abuse of sex. It might give you insight into your sexual traumas, into your fears in relationships, with money. What is this shadow entity that plays with you every time you talk about money? Suddenly you become funny. Your reactions, your language, your communication becomes very funny when you talk about money. Suddenly, as soon as you talk about sex, you become very funny. You come from fear, you come from trauma, you come from pain. This might help you understand that there's something here that plays with you from the past that it's no longer valid and you want to think about it in a new way. In other words, when someone tells you, oh, you haven't done your makeup today. Venus, Black Moon, Lilith, North Node of the Moon. You always do your makeup. You haven't done any makeup today. And you go like, yes, why, you have a problem? I didn't have time this morning to make makeup, so you're going to tell me now that I'm ugly? And you go like, no, I actually wanted to tell you that you're actually beautiful in your natural way. I mean, why would you say such a thing? I'm sorry. It's just when I was younger, my mom and my dad always used to tell me that I look disgusting with makeup, and and friends always mocked me that I'm an ugly girl, that I'm not pretty. So since then I always put makeup on, and this morning I was late, so I couldn't put it on, and I thought you're gonna basically tell me that I'm ugly without makeup. It's like, no way. Oh my God, seriously? I'm giving you one example, right? So Sun trine Pluto, very supportive, also for good fortune, money, successful with money, successful with investment, profit taking. I'm telling you, the energy is like take some profits from now until the end of May. Take profits from whatever is coming to right place. Don't just rush and take profits now because I said it. No. In general, the trend is like plan taking profits. Cardano is doing amazing. Cardano is like touched the $2.30 today, US dollar. Am I going to take some profits when it will come close to the $3 US? Oh yeah. Can it go higher? Oh yeah. But am I happy with $3 when I bought it in 30 cents? Oh yeah. Like, what more do you want? When are you satisfied? Be happy. Take some profits. Theta. Yeah, Theta is going to go now 4 weeks into the mainnet launch. Am I going to take some profits? Oh, yeah, definitely. Am I holding on to Theta some as well? Yes, I have a bag that I'm holding on to Theta, but I'm definitely going to sell some in the next peak. Why not? Take some profits, baby. I want to get more Bitcoin, so I'll sell some Theta and I buy more Bitcoin. I'll sell some Cardano and I buy more Bitcoin. I'll sell some Ethereum even and I buy more Bitcoin. Why? Because if we do crypto quickly, I'm now moving from one place to another, I'll do crypto at the end. I'll just open it up, prepare it, and I'll do it at the end. And so Sun square Pluto. Mercury square and then Sun trine Pluto. Then we have the first quarter moon on the 20th. So as we go through, Venus is crossing the North Node, and 19 and 20, Venus 12. This is now Wednesday. Thursday, sound healing meditations. Let's see what we're going to have on Sun. The moon is going to be in Virgo. Detoxing, clearing, focusing on detox and clearing. So you see, it's a nice combination that moon comes in Virgo for detox after the alignments with the toxic entities, alcohol, things like that. Sun is on the final 29th degree of Taurus on Thursday night. Very good time. Very good time to come and finalize your Taurus, Sun in Taurus time. What do you take with you into the future? What did you just realize? By Thursday night, a meditation, sound healing meditation will be around like, what did you just realize as Mercury and Venus pass the North Node of the moon? What did you just realize about your future as the Sun is at the end of Taurus? It's like, hey, there's something here that you really need to get. You need to get what's really valuable, what's really quality. What's the best quality? What's the best for your future? What's the most exciting, most sexy, most beautiful, most loving, most awesome? Okay? And this is Thursday night. There's a lot going on. Mercury, at the same time, Mercury is also in opposition to Juno. There we go. Let's move one day back into Wednesday. On Wednesday, it's exactly, okay, as Venus is coming off the North Node of the Moon, on Wednesday at evening, Mercury is going to oppose Juno. So all this week is a week of a lot of communication, a lot of discussions, a lot of redefinition. Open your mind, be flexible, talk about things, but don't choose your words carefully, communicate properly, in an invigorating way that is keen to learn, to know, to explore new ways of thinking and new ways of relating and new ways of understanding each other. Don't recycle the stories of the past. Don't bring the old beliefs. Don't bring the old stories. That's the South Node of the Moon. Don't fall into the propaganda. Don't fall into the dark magic, the black magic, the demons, the entities. Don't fall into those tricks of vibrations of fear. No. Mars is in 15 degrees Cancer. Find your courage, find your bravery, find your strength, to talk about your emotions. Feel secure within yourself. The moon is in Leo on Wednesday night. Find your royal true feeling, stand behind them, stop being insecure about how you feel, And let's talk about it, and let's talk about the things that we usually don't talk about. Let's not be afraid of talking about the things that are in the shadow. Black Moon Lilith is the unconscious stuff, things that we are not even aware of. So if you'll be open to a nice conversation, discussion, you might realize something about you that you never realized before. And the Sun trine Pluto, here comes your healing realization as Jupiter kicked into Pisces. So there is like a few ways of experiencing this, but again, directly linked to marriage and sacred relationship. Mercury opposition to Juno, directly linked. Very powerful week. Very powerful week. Mentally, I'm already feeling there's a lot going on in the mental, a lot. Thursday, here comes Friday. The Sun goes into Gemini on, let's see exactly when the Sun goes into Gemini. That's the big shift. Sun goes into Gemini. There we go. Friday, 5:38 a.m. Okay, so on Friday morning, the Sun moves into Gemini as Mercury. So now we're going to have a Gemini party. Sun, North Node, Venus, Mercury, all in Gemini. The soul, the future destiny, the love, relationship, money, quality, beauty, health, and the mind, mental. Wow, there is a big process of realization here. And this is happening a few days before the full moon eclipse. Okay? And so this whole week is brewing us towards the full moon eclipse in Sagittarius. I'm closing now a full circle with the beginning of the live stream. A full circle is happening in Gemini of 6 months, of 1 month, of 2 weeks, which started in the new moon of Taurus. And I'm going to take it to the day now. Okay, hours back. 5. There we go. 5:26. 5:25. 5:25. There we go. Full moon eclipse on the 26th of May. With station in retrograde. With Saturn station in retrograde. 10 days from now. 10 days from now. And the real shit show begins. And it's going to get nuts. It's going to get gnarly. It's going to get confusing. It's going to get weird. It's going to get really, really weird. And the truth will not be found out there. And your sovereignty and your discernment and your highest truth will be found inside of you. So as the world going to go very weird, the connection to spirit and to the divine is very strong. Trust your intuition, trust what you know, but be open-minded. Don't listen to your old narrative. There's a lot I can say about this. We'll talk about this next week even more, okay? But I just wanted to show you this to make you realize that, all that is happening now is building us up towards this full moon eclipse, which will close the new moon in Taurus was last week, and the 6 months eclipse season, which started with inquiring and researching into the way we believe in a philosophy about relationships. Now we're coming into the resolutions, conclusions, the findings, the discussion, the negotiation. And if you need to make a move, meaning moving a house, moving apartment, moving business, changing jobs, signing contracts, changing mobile, changing computer, I'm giving you a heads up. There is starting to become a global shortage of supply in a microchip that is basically the semiconductor in hard drives, in computers, in all kinds of. I have a feeling it relates to silver. I'm not sure. So if you need to get a new computer, do it sooner than later. If you need a hard drive or a mobile phone, technology, sooner than later. If you need to sign contracts, better will be before the end of May. You can still do it in Mercury retrograde, but you just have to be very, very cautious. But in general, we are already in shadow. Okay, so let's do the shadow. Let's finish with Mercury retrograde shadow. We can talk about next week more, but Mercury is moving, excuse me, Mercury is moving to the 24th degree, 42 minutes. Station in stationing on the 29th of May, even nighttime, stationing retrograde on Sunday, the 30th of May, okay, 24 minutes, 42. Very cool. I'm not going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about it later. But 24. Why did I want to mention that? Because if I go now, where are we now? Mercury is on 17. Oh, yes. I wanted to know how far it goes back afterwards. So I'm going to go weeks. 22, 19, 16, 16. Let's see. Mercury stationing on the 1608. There you go. 1608. Okay? So now I'm going to go to now. 17. So if we go one day back, this is why I wanted to do this to you as the final note. We go one day back. From yesterday, Saturday, pay attention, Mercury retrograde process. From the 15th of May, from yesterday, Mercury entered the 16th degree. It will travel until the 30th, check a Yui, come back, station, and move forward. Okay? So, whatever happens from yesterday, over the next month and a half too, it's all a part of the big process. Take notes between now and the end of May. Take notes. Especially with all what I showed you now with the Venus, North Node, Black Moon, Lilith, Sun, Algol, Pluto, Mercury opposition to Juno following that, as Venus comes into the North Node. Pay attention, because now you're getting the hints of the process you're going to go through deeply later on. Between now and the 30th, pay attention. From the 30th, you're going to check into it again. And then somewhere in June, end of June, you're going to go through it for the final time and make the conclusion, realizations, decisions. And all this is happening in eclipse season. So some crazy times are coming, okay? I love you so much, family. Thank you all for being here with me today. I'm sorry about the hiccups. I'm sorry about the terrible buffering. I don't even know what to tell you about it. It's really upsetting me. So thank you all so much. I want to end just with a bit of crypto. Just to show everyone what's going on here, what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go, let's start with Bitcoin, of course. Let's start with Bitcoin. Let's see what is Bitcoin doing. Okay, here we are. Okay, let's do this. That's weird. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Okay. I'm setting it up for you so you can see it with me. Now, here it is. So, here is the chart. You're watching now. You're watching the chart of Bitcoin. This is the hour. I'm gonna move to the daily. And as I said, you remember the times, I will tell you again and again and again. I said it from here. When was that? 15th of February. Let's give, you know what, let's not go that far. Let's go 8th of March. From the 8th of March, the weekly candle, I told you, I'm not buying Bitcoin. I'm not buying Bitcoin. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 months. Okay, 2 months since then, we're still in the same price range. That's why you never FOMO. Why? Because I told you, the wave is stopping. Can't you see? It was pushing, but suddenly like, okay. Now you look at this. What do you see? The wave is breaking. Okay. Now we're gonna have a nice big drop. How low do we drop? Are we gonna drop all the way to here? Possible. Are we gonna drop all the way to here? Possible. How are we gonna drop all the way to here? With the time? Possible, right? So that's what I see. I told the community. Possibly we're gonna drop down, probably around here. Then we're gonna go up a bit, and then we're gonna do the final boom and touch the yellow line. So Anywhere between, I believe, yes, you can go, I told you last week, you can go 33,000 US dollars to 42,000 US dollars, if you want to be safe, 43, okay? Anywhere between 33 and 43,000 US dollars is the buying range, but, 39, very possible. 35, very possible. Time will tell, but you need to have your buy orders in advance. Okay, so this is the weekly. So the weekly yellow EMA is on, this is the yellow EMA line, 21 EMA. That's right now on 33,300, just by the plan, according to the plan, perfect. I won't be surprised if we will touch it at around 34, because it will kind of rise a bit more. Maybe 34, yeah, will be the bottom. If we go to the monthly, here's the monthly. Look, big gap, big gap. Here's the white line is the 21 monthly EMA, right? And it's right now on 26,000. Are we going to go that low? I hope so. I hope not. I hope not, but it's possible. It's always possible. 26 will be... 26 will almost be 70%. But no. That's not going to happen. Because this is going to keep on rising, okay? As May, I told you May is going to be a red candle. So May is going to be a red candle, potentially down to here, which is 42,000. All the way, potentially down to here, which is the 32. So between the top of this monthly candle of January and the bottom of February monthly candle, that's your buying range, okay? Now if I go to the daily, there you can see that the wave is really topping. And just like you saw here, let me show you here. Show you something, okay? Fractal patterns. What do we see here? Look. You see, it reached the top. And boom, boom, boom. Okay? So we have done this, and now we are doing this. Okay? We're doing this movement right now. So we're gonna go down maybe to the 40, I don't know. We'll go maybe a bit lower. But then we'll have a blast up, whoop, and then we'll crash. So we're doing this now. We're around this area now in the fractal. This is September 2019, okay, in the daily. So you can see that we broke, we bounce, we broke lower, and then we bounce up, and then we did this boom, boom. This was literally for 1 minute. So it's only if you get in order in advance. So capture this picture in your head of like up, then breaking 1, breaking 2, breaking 3. It's like 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay? And now, look at now. Okay? You see, it's here. Where we were before, it's here. That's the pattern. The wave is breaking into 1, 2, 3. And here is your wave now. 1, 2. Okay? So you can say that this point here is this top of 64,000. Okay? And then we went 1, 2, 3. Boom. So now we did the 1, 2. We're here. Over the next, we might bottom around here in the daily. Potentially we'll bottom around here, or here, or here. And then we're going to go up, and then we're going to crash lower, and we're going to go up and crash lower. So it's all pattern, it's all factors, that's Bitcoin. But the real party is, look at that. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Ethereum to Bitcoin, baby. Look at that beautiful monthly chart. I told you to buy Bitcoin here. Look at that. That's what we're talking about. The value of Ethereum to Bitcoin is rising amazingly, and this is the all-time high of 0.123 Bitcoin. This could be potentially the top around 0.1 Bitcoin, and then the top for this wave, yeah? Because things are topping, so we might top around here, and then we have a nice correction, and then go further. If we go to the weekly, very nice weekly. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weekly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 weekly candles in the bull run of December 2017. Okay? 8 weekly candles. Now we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got this weekly candle is closing tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then we will have potentially 1 or 2 more, which could take us up to here. See here? Here is a good resistance. Here is a good resistance. Here is a good resistance. This will be... potentially, I believe we'll top around here. 0.1. So we'll blast the last 8-week candle blast to 0.1. But you never know. We might just blast through it. But look, it's very intense parabolic. But crypto is just can go and go and go. So then we're going to have to correct down to touch the EMA lines again. But pay attention with all this, what I'm saying. Excuse me. The yellow line over here is the 50 weekly EMA. The pink line is the 100 weekly EMA. In technical analysis, when the 50 weekly EMA crosses the 100 weekly EMA, it's called the golden cross. You can see it right here. You see? Where the yellow crossed the pink, a golden cross. A golden cross is one of the most bullish indicators that we have a very longer term upwards movement. So even though Ethereum is blasting, yes, we might top here, might take some profits into Bitcoin here, then we have to correct down, and there is more to go. There is more to go in the big picture, okay? But on the daily, am I going to buy Ethereum now? You tell me. Am I going to buy Ethereum now? No, I'm not going to buy Ethereum now. No. Look, you see this? Here, this is topping. Topping, people. Learn to identify the symbols. What happened here? Drop, boom, boom, right? So here's your signal. You see how it chop. Here's your chop. Potentially we'll have like a nice drop now into the white EMA. Boom. And then blast up a bit higher. So we might touch the 0.9 or 0.1 and then come all the way down potentially to here. Okay? All the way down potentially to 0.5. So potentially 50% correction once we will top here. So you could take some profits into Bitcoin. You can just keep on hodling because more will come later down the track. But look at this correction from here down to here, almost to the bottom of the movement. So if you're a trader, this is where you take profits. If you're a hodler, you just keep hodling. Simple as that. People buy XRP. I don't know why people buy XRP, but here's your XRP. Does it have potential to move higher? Yes, it does. Can it top here? Potentially could even top here or even here. Yes, it does, but I don't support XRP. Doge, the big thing of Doge. Look at that. Don't buy Doge now, especially if you haven't bought it before. You know that this is insane. This is crazy. Soon it will start correcting down. Stellar weekly. Waking up, lots of room to grow. Remember what Ethereum did. Ethereum is already touching this point, okay? All of them will follow. Most of them will follow. So here you have Stellar only beginning his journey with Bitcoin value, still kind of pretty low. Today someone asked in the chat about EOS. I'm not a supporter of EOS, but I can tell you that where we are right now is matching this place. Here. So potentially if this is the height of that 0.7,000 Satoshi and this is 2,000 Satoshi, so it's around like divide by 3. So let's see, this 13, maybe 4,000. Potentially you'll top in the first wave at around here. Where are we? Potentially top here around 4,000. So there's still room to grow in its Bitcoin value. And then afterwards it will kind of, you see what it is? That's the pattern. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. Most of the altcoins are now in this stage, okay? They've kind of doing this boom, 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 boom. Now they're going to do this kind of nice 50% correction and then blast into kind of September, October, okay? August, September, October. So now is the time to take some profits. And you can rebuy them here, in theory. But here will be the main point to take profits because look what happened afterwards. Those of you who think to hodl coins, okay, that are not worth hodling, this is what expects you. Learn from the past, okay? From April 2018 to April 2021. 3 years of seeing your value going down and down and down and down. Now tell me if you want to hodl bags of altcoins that you don't know if they will survive even a year or 2 or 3 in bear market. Okay, so take your profits. As you can see, I'm showing you this is the bull run of EOS in 2017-18. Okay, from October 17 to April 18. So we're looking at 6 months. Okay, 6 months of a bull and 3 years of a bear. So you do your, I do me, but I definitely not gonna hold on to anything like that. If you are in EOS, even though I don't necessarily like it, it's not my thing because of reasons. You could still make profits with it if you want. Nothing is a financial advice. I'm just sharing with you. All the Link people, Link is done. You see what Link did? All the people that held Link and I told him take profits. He's like, no, I'm holding on to my Link. Look, from 0.001617, let's say, all the way down. What is this? 70%. 70% down. All the momentum, okay? Now it's starting to climb up again. So now it might be a good time to pick it up when it drops to around here. 67,000 Satoshi. Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic, you see, has done a nice big lake. Boom. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Stella could do the same thing next week. Because Stella is kind of here. So Stella can just also go like boom, like that. And this is where all the profits are. I haven't sold my Ethereum Classic yet because there is more to come. So it does this 1 week, cool down, and I believe that the next candle potentially could take us even up to here, if not further up. Litecoin. Litecoin is rising nice. You see this candle? Reminds me of here, right? So we might potentially see now red candle drop to the yellow line again. If it does, it's a good place to buy at around 5,000 Satoshi. Will be a good place to rebuy Litecoin because then what happened? Look at here. Vroom, 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 vroom. Vroom, vroom. Okay? So this is where we are now. We are cooking. We are cooking. Then remember Ethereum, yeah? Ethereum is already here. Okay? So most likely Litecoin at least will do this as well. Okay? In Bitcoin value. Again, this is Bitcoin value. VeChain. I know a lot of people love VeChain. Look, beautiful. Beautiful movement of weekly, right? Now it's doing this flag. Let's see what will happen with that. Bitcoin Cash is also, you see, recovering the weekly from the bottom, already up all the way to here. That's what we're talking about. So when they will come here, this is what people sell them for Bitcoin because people want more Bitcoin. You don't want to hold altcoins. I tell you when. I'll show you again Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is now going this correction, okay? So I told you it's a very natural wave. Don't be scared. Don't freak out. I lost my mind. Don't sell. If you bought here, you don't sell. You just hodl. You know, don't freak out. You have to get a big picture. Zoom out. But the wave now, the white line will have to touch the yellow line. The yellow line will curve down into the pink line, but it won't touch it. So, and the pink line will just do a natural wave like that. Okay? So the pink line is kind of doing this. You see here? That's what the pink line is doing. It's going to do like, oh, nice. But as the pink line is doing this, the yellow line is going to go like here, touch the pink line. Not touch, but will bend down a bit. The white line could potentially touch the pink line. So it will go like boom, boom, and then rise up. When Bitcoin finished this correction, this first sell-off, I personally want to have as much Bitcoin as possible. As less altcoins as much Bitcoin, because Bitcoin from this correction is going to blast like historical blast. Okay? So this is a bit of crypto for you. I'm going to bring it back to me now. Oh, you know what? I spoke about Theta a lot. Let's look about Theta. Let's look at Theta. Theta USD. Okay, here's Theta USD. Very nice chart. This is the weekly. Look at the monthly. Woohoo, cowabunga. But this is a very cool looking flag. Usually this kind of, and when you can pull like a line like that, it creates like a line like that, and a line like that. And when they will break the triangle, it will poof, blast up. With the mainnet launch coming up, this candle will be green. So this will be the bottom of it, but this candle will be a blast of green. It won't stay in the red and it won't stay this low because we still have a few weeks to go. So this is the weekly now. You see how it did like the 1. This is like a 60% correction, okay, to 720. Okay, boom. 2, potentially we could touch the white EMA line, which is around 745. So let's say $7.50 US dollar. Amazing if it happens. If we go to the daily, you see that the daily, the low was here at 720. Oops, sorry. The low was here at 720. We touch bottom here, double bottom here at the $9, 8 something. What was that? This was 8.23, and this was 8.30. So $8.30 has been like a double bottom kind of thing, almost. Potentially, we could take off from here. Okay, the yellow line is almost touching the white line, almost touching the yellow line. That's a sign. From there, it could just blast. So I wouldn't wait too much, like if you really want to get it, but be mindful that we are now going to do the final wave. You see like this, 1, 2, boom, and now we're doing the boom, boom, and crash potentially all the way down to here again, $9, or potentially $10.50. Let's see, $10.50. $10.50 could potentially be the from $35. From $35, $10.50, around here. This makes sense because look, all this time we've been playing here, what have we been doing? Resistance, resistance, support, support. So this area now becomes a very strong resistance and support between there, $9, let's say $9.50 to, let's say $9.50 to $12. Between $9 and $12 now became a very strong area of support, which potentially could stop us on the way down if we go now to $35 or more. Okay, but yeah, this is a good sign. Don't sleep on theta and theta fuel. If I'm going on Bitcoin to theta, and I'm gonna finish in a minute. Bitcoin to theta also similar concept. You see very nice correction. That's when you want to buy. When all the, when everything is low, it's in the red here, in the low after a big crash. Here you can see that it kind of crashed, but it's holding on. It doesn't really crash bigger than that. You might have a drop further to, what is this? 2,000, 1,900 Satoshi, maybe. But from here, like in the big fractal pattern, okay, I believe that, we are here, okay? We're kind of here. Same like, you see how here, there was this consolidation here, right? It's just on a bigger scale now. So we've come all the way down and we're doing this, right? Compare the pattern. You see, big crash, green, a tiny green, a bit of red, and then from there, another boom, touching base with the bottom and taking off. Okay, so let's compare that to where we are now. Boom, 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 touching base, potentially will crash down to touch base with the bottom. Maybe here, maybe if we're lucky, maybe even here to the 1,600 Satoshi, to the pink line, potentially possible. But from there, what happened? Vroom. Okay, so we are now doing this area. And this is a daily chart. So from here, 27th of July, let's say 28th of July until, this is 3 months. Okay, 3 months. So less possible, 3 months. But you get the drift. I'm trying to show you the patterns. In other words, this could be parallel to here. And from here we're gonna do the 1, 2. So from here 1, 2, and then crash all the way down to potentially here, right? So your thing, your call. I just wanted to show you how I look at the market, and now I'm just gonna look at you and say thank you very much for being here with me today. It's 5 minutes past 8. I'm sorry about the buffering and all kind of things that happen if they happen. I'm sending you love. Be very patient with yourself this week, with your partners, with your beloved. Pay attention to your words. Communicate properly. Don't be afraid to talk about the things that you usually don't talk about, the taboo. Bring up the things that needs to be disclosed and understood. And be good to yourself. And I love you lots. And come join us in Sound Healing Meditations this Thursday night, 7 p.m. And please, if you like this movie, if you like this kind of sharing, please press like and subscribe to our channel. That will support us. If you want to join our awesome community, thank you to all the Patreons. I love you and appreciate your support. Thank you so much. If you want to join us, it's on patreon.com/healingdelight. And if you need a healing session, a crypto coaching session, or sound healing meditation, please feel free to book yourself in through our website, healingdelight.com. There is a link to our booking system there. Or you can contact us on our mobile number. I'm not going to say it here, actually. And just go through the website. You'll see a link to booking sessions. It'll be more than my pleasure to help you. Love you, family. You be good to yourself. And in the same way we started, we'll end. Just a bit of mantra, keeping us in our sanity. Meditation, people, meditation. Remember your meditation, okay? Be good. I love you a lot. Have an awesome week. Peace, love, happiness. Yay! Beautiful, huh? It's a bit of mantra. Love you, family. Have a good week. Come join me for some healing, for some meditation. Will help you as much as I can.